shit is bigger than me. Give me my flowers while I can still breathe. I'm smelling the glory.
Welcome back to Mega Time.
Yo, you know what time it is.
How you feeling today?
I'm great.
You look good, friend.
I appreciate you.
You
look good
blessed.
as
I'm
well. Hey,
always looking good.
glowing?
No.
Hey, I got a good aura around me
You know, you do. You look like you're like just thriving
in life.
off of a lot of red right now.
It's because I'm, hey.
But we're not going to talk about that right now because I'm wearing blue for a reason. Let me tell y'all why I'm wearing blue.
Go ahead. Let's talk about it.
So, first of all, I'm not a gang member, y'all. I'm not associated with any gangs. I just want to make that clear because I got a lot of DMs asking me.
Why? Why would they ask you if you're a part of a gang?
Y'all really want to know why? You really have that question?
Is it because of this?
It was a lot of that.
Listen, bro.
Actually,
can I just speak on that real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
I want to tell people something. So, you know, obviously, I'm be honest, red is my favorite color, right? The reason why I love the color red is not for a gang reason, related reason of any sort. No.
Red paper?
Red paper too. Look, because for one, red is dominant. Okay. Passionate. It's a powerful color.
In the Bible, purple is actually the royal color of colors. We should have had a purple show.
The purple
to represent the
purple
Lord.
would still not be the same thing as the color red.
The Lord said otherwise.
Listen, so like I said, that's the reason why I like it. You know what I mean? I have no issues with the color purple. I am a Laker fan too.
Yes.
Okay? But at the end of the day, that's why, it's red. You know what I mean?
No, and I actually do enjoy our theme of red. But I wore this because I wanted to represent my team.
Why?
Because I love it. I love the Cowboys.
Ooh.
I'm actually ashamed, to be honest with you, to be a Cowboy fan right now because of how shitty we've done. But at the end of the day...
For how long?
That's not important. We're moving forward.
For how long?
We're moving forward with our lives.
We're
preparing for the next season, and that's what life is about, is moving forward.
Yeah, let's move forward past this question.
Let's move forward.
This conversation.
So how's your gym week been, sir?
You want to know what's crazy? So Monday, I woke up with a fever. Great.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Weirdly, out of nowhere, right? Mm-hmm. No cold, no sniffles, just had a fever.
Were you thinking like, fuck Vanessa and her damn cold symptoms?
Last week, right?
Yeah.
No,
I was a little stuffy, guys. I'm still a little stuffy.
Because it was too far out for even that for that to be an issue. But I will say what happened was on Saturday, and this is what I think may have been a cause of it. I went to the gym, and it was a little bit hot in that. It was hot in there.
Why?
I was moving.
Okay,
what I do.
So you physically were hot.
Yeah,
the gym itself
hot.
wasn't hot.
No, it was hot though.
Oh.
It was just humid in there, like a humid type
I don't
of
like that.
Me neither, but I don't mind it because I like to, I'm not a sweater, but I like to kind of, when I do sweat, I want to sweat. But anyway.
I don't perspire either.
After I left out, I took my hoodie off and I didn't put it back on. I just got in my car.
That is like Mexican 101. You always cover up.
Yeah, most of the time I do. But I just felt so like claustrophobic in that particular hoodie. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, no, I'm gonna just walk it off, get a little cool breeze, right? But it was raining that day, if you remember.
It was? Well, I wasn't here, but yes, it was.
Saturday it was raining pretty good. But and then Sunday I was fine. But Monday morning, boy, I woke up with a fever, 101.
That's pretty COVID-ish. Did you take a test? I don't want to be sitting here with you.
Hold on. I don't like talking about that. My beliefs are different.
Okay.
Let's leave that alone.
I respect your beliefs, sir.
Yeah, I don't
We'll skip that.
I don't do that one. Mm-mm.
So your gym's week was kind of a little rough.
So it's crazy because last week I didn't train.
Mm-hmm.
I just trained one day last week, and then I trained one day this week. I didn't even train this week at all.
It's a Wednesday. Why?
Just cause,
It's like that sometimes, I will say.
So, it's funny because when people ask me like, damn, you haven't worked out? Then if I didn't work out those many days, then I would be... Listen, dog. I've been doing this for so long, I could take months off and still be ahead of the game.
And I've seen you do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't really work. It's recovery stage. I even looked at my body this morning. I was like, God damn, why I look better than last week? And I was training like 2 weeks ago. I was training. So sometimes, it's good to just take a break. My body, what that tells me is my body's
your
recovering.
body needed a break.
It was recovering, so I'm not even tripping.
So I took last week off because I was a little under the weather
Mm-hmm.
and I was, needing a little TLC. And then I had a work thing that I had to do, and I went to the gym yesterday for the first time in 7 days.
Yeah.
And I actually felt pretty good. I felt pretty good up until maybe the second workout.
What was the second workout?
I think it was leg press.
Oh.
And usually I can do about, 10 45s.
10 45. So you mean 5 on each
Plates.
side?
Yep.
Okay.
And
so can I go? I'm gonna let.
I don't. Okay, first of all, let me tell y'all something real quick. This gym lingo, don't expect that from me. It's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna do the gym lingo. I'm gonna say it how I say it. You can correct me if you want. Whatever. You guys can get mad and what. I don't care. I'm gonna speak how I speak. I don't know all the machine names. I don't know all the workout names. I don't know how you want to call the damn 1045s, but that's how I'm gonna say it. Okay, because it's me. All right. So I had 10 plates of 45s. Is that correct?
So let me say this real quick. You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. So I had a guy tell me one time, he was like, yeah, I lift 4 plates. And I'm like, he said we was talking about benching. And he was like, yeah, I bench 4 plates. And I'm like, okay, cool. And I'm looking at him like, no, the fuck you don't. No, the fuck you don't, bro.
Yeah, the fuck I do.
No, listen, can I finish my story? Right? So look, I'm looking at bro, I'm like, no, the fuck you don't. Now, I've been in the gym industry for a long time.
Right.
And when I asked him, he said, oh yeah, I put 2 on each side. And I'm like, motherfucker, that's not 4 plates. And I showed him a video of me doing it. He said, oh no, I put 2 on each side. So pretty much he was lifting, his max was 225.
You're confusing the shit out of me.
So what I'm getting to is,
so
when you say 10 to me, I'm thinking 10 on each side.
Why would I do that?
You understand?
Yeah, but I'm not your big ass self.
I'm just saying, like, when you say that, that's what we think of 10.
Oh, okay, well.
So I'm just enlightening you on something.
5 on each side equals 10. 5 plus 5 is 10 to me.
She got 10 plates.
All right, I got 10 plates, y'all.
She was hungry.
Well, I thought I was, but no, shit. So I felt a little defeated because I usually would do 15 sets and I could only do about 7 yesterday. So that was a little sad for me.
Wait, time out.
Not 15 sets, I'm sorry. 15 reps.
Gotcha.
Sorry, not 15 sets.
Gotcha.
That's horrible. Again, gym lingo, it's just not gonna happen.
Yo, sets and reps are 2 different things. Don't ever get it confused.
Yeah.
I had a guy one time tell me, I go, hey man, how many more sets? He goes, 10 minutes.
10 minutes? Okay, I'm not that bad.
Hey, it messed me up to the point where I actually got mad.
And I'm still recovering, so of a cold. So I'm still kind of like a little drowsy. But I do know what a rep and set is. And so it was...
Yeah, repping your set.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All day.
Get out of here.
But I will, like I said, I did 7 reps and I usually do 15. So that was a little discouraging. But on a positive note, I had a PR. And so I was on the hack squat and I did 1 plate on each side of 45s. And normally I would need somebody to spot me or I would need a band to kind of assist me, pull me up, right? No, I did it by myself.
Did you drop all the way down? Did it go dink and then you hit up?
Man, Brian was there.
Brian was there?
That's proof. Brian, did I hit ass to grass?
Okay, cool. You can speak, bro, because you want to know what? Everybody has somebody in the background of their podcast, bro.
No,
so yeah, you can speak.
I thought you were going to ask me if you needed help. No, she didn't. She didn't ask.
Ass to grass?
Yeah.
Ass to grass.
Ass to grass.
Hey.
And she
and I got to
ask.
ask.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna tell everybody something real quick. Understand this. Whenever you do any type of leg exercise, just understand this. The deeper you go, the more you grow.
And it's been growing, y'all. It's been growing. Blessed.
Hey, man.
Blessings.
I'm happy for you.
Thanks.
Big blessings. All right. So look, hey, yo. I got a question.
I got answers.
This was a crazy, conversation I had earlier this week. Because as far as, let me finish this real quick because my week of fitness was really just more dedication to my clients.
Okay.
But which always goes great. You know what I mean?
You do have a great set of clients, I will say.
I do, man. I do. And I appreciate all of them.
Shout out to them.
Shout out to my clients. You know what I'm saying? If you train with me or if you've ever trained with me and you've gotten results and you have invested in yourself and you invested your time in me and we have worked together, I just want to say thank you for the opportunity, for real, for real. But
You're welcome.
That's crazy, man. But on some real stuff. So, I have a question, and this is I guess it's more of a serious one because I often right now. So this is the time where a lot of people get their taxes back.
Right.
A lot of people get, they want to come in. It's a new year. They want to come in and they want to get training, right?
Right.
And so this is a thing that has always kind of, I don't want to say bothered me, but kind of just made me just think like, dude, what? Like I question it so big time, but I can't because I'm a man.
Yeah.
And when I say it because of what I may look like or what I got going on, they might look at me like, oh, well, you don't understand because you're this or you're that and da-da-da-da-da. And it's like, I train people with the same situation as you. So my question is, as a woman, and as a woman who has, you have a child.
I do.
You have a young boy.
The love of my life.
Got you. And so when these women tell me, oh, well, because my kids, or they just have every other excuse of why being a single mom or being a woman who can't get, because if you have a husband, you have no excuse for sure. Sorry. That means he ain't doing his job as being, that other half, or a boyfriend, whatever. If you have a kid's father, I don't know.
Yeah.
But when you can't seem to make it to the gym, but you doing everything else to take care of your health, I kind of have an issue with that. But I want to know what, from you as a woman, like what is your advice to the women who have these issues or have these reasons that they cannot do it? And it doesn't matter if you're training with me or not. It's just the fact that you're not in there taking care of yourself.
Put in work. The advice I would give is, well, there's reasons. Okay. There's reasons why people do what they do, right? And I can only speak for myself, but also I think I speak for a lot of women out there that make excuses. And it is an excuse. At the end of the day, it's an excuse that you're not putting your health first. Because when you want something, you make time for the things you want. And that goes in your personal life, love life, friendship life, family life, whatever it is, gym life. You make time for the things that you want. And the moment that you stop making time for that is because you don't want it. You don't care to prioritize your health. I did it for years, but I was very honest about it. If you were to ask me, well, when are you going to start boxing again? That was the first thing people would ask me. When are you going to start boxing after I had my son? When are you going to start boxing? When are you going to start boxing? Don't ask me that. I'm not going back anytime soon because I don't want to. I was very honest. So that makes me a little different than most people because most people are going to say, well, I don't have time. I don't have this. I don't have a babysitter. I don't have the funds. I don't have, whatever excuse.
Not having the funds is it's not an excuse, but it is an excuse.
It's an excuse. You know why?
Because you can still go do things outside of that.
You can still take a walk.
Go on a hike.
You can still go to the park. You can still go on a hike. Yeah. You can still do freaking YouTube. YouTube is everywhere. You can watch YouTube on your phone. You watch Netflix on your phone. You can watch YouTube on your phone and do yoga.
But hold on. Let me add something to that because don't get it twisted just because we're saying these things because if you want your body to look in shape, yes, you have to go to get it. You have to go to the gym. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Unless you really know what you're doing outside.
I would not agree with that, but...
Did you hear what I said?
Yeah.
Unless you really know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because listen, if you can't do pull-ups at the park, it ain't gonna work for you. Your back ain't gonna look like your back wanna look. Okay. If you don't know how to use no bands, nothing's gonna look right. Your arms, your back, your shoulders, it's not gonna look right. If you don't have the experiences to be able to do these things, or you're not experienced enough,
you would need professional help.
You're gonna need help. Even if because I've been doing this for so long, and so I can always say I've literally been in the gym and I'm literally looking at some women, I'm looking at some men, and I'm just like, they really don't know what they're doing. I'm watching them right here.
Right.
I'm watching their whole routining, what they're doing, what machine they're moving to next. How do you go from a preacher curl, arm curl, to the leg extension over here? The routine is messed up.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Now, again.
Well, kudos for them for even showing up, right?
Right. Of course.
Because 10 minutes, 15 minutes of movement is still 15 minutes of movement regardless. Right. But to answer your question, is the advice I would give to those folks, because it's not just women, it's men too, that make excuses, and it is an excuse. I'm sorry if it offends anybody, but it is an excuse of not putting your health first, is that you really have to think about your loved ones. Even if you can't motivate yourself, if I have somebody depending on me, right, to be here for quite some time, And although I put myself first and I'm doing it for myself, I still need to be around for him. And so that was a motivation for me. And if you don't have a child, if you don't have a spouse, if you don't have whatever, you don't have anything, like yourself should be your motivation before any of those things anyways. So if you don't, a lot of y'all don't know me, but I go to the gym at some weird ass hours and I don't make an excuse as to why I can't go. You know me very well. I'll be at the gym at 4:00 in the morning while my son is asleep because I don't want to ruin his time or I make accommodations around his schedule because he plays sports. So when he's done with practice, when I'm done with work, I go to the gym 9-10 o'clock at night. And not saying that that's what you should do. I'm just saying that's what works for me. So you have to find moments in your day that work for you. 15 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever you can give yourself in the day, that's all it really takes. Because once you start moving and once you make that drive of really focusing on yourself, it just comes naturally. Now, if I don't go to the gym, I didn't go to the gym for 7 days, and I feel like I miss something in my day to day, and so yeah, it becomes a habit. So that
Definitely.
That's my advice to those who
and so like the reason why I bring this up is because so I have most of my clientele is mostly women,
right?
And I just want some insight from another woman to be able to give these ladies advice, because a lot of times when it comes from me, it just sounds like I'm just bashing or I'm just
because you're the trainer.
No, it's like I'm being like a what do you call it? Call them like, oh, you just don't understand because you're a man or you're this, that, and the other. These are the things that I hear, and I have to tell them, and I say, yo, like I got people around me that has it way harder than you, and you're still not showing up.
Yeah.
So but I can't tell them that because if I do, then it's like I'm literally I'm digging.
You know what it is? Honestly, it's like you're the trainer.
That too.
And that's like
and
like
then
a child.
I'm a man too.
That's like a child, right? My son is not gonna. For example, my son, if I tell him what to do for football as a tight end or whatever he's playing at the moment, he's not gonna listen to me, even though I've Googled. And if everybody knows me, I be researching shit, okay? I've Googled, I've YouTubed how to be a tight end. I've done everything possible to make my son the exceptional athlete. He's not going to listen to me because I am a woman and I'm his mother. If he tells him to do something, if he tells him the sky is purple, he'll probably be like, yeah, for sure. It sure is purple.
I'm only going to tell him the sky is red.
Ah, fuck that. But let me show off my unity colors here. but
yeah, like, so I totally understand and I get it. And so like I said, I just wanted to get like a woman's side of it because a lot of times for me, when it comes from me, it just sounds like I'm just being like, I'm not understanding or it's not
I've
real.
done that to you.
It's not real. I know, but you came to your senses at the same time too.
Yeah, because I'm accountable. That's what makes me different. It's hard. It's really hard to compare me to other people because I'm really accountable for myself.
Yeah.
Even at my worst, I'm like, yeah, I fucked up because I didn't feel like doing that. Remember the gym? Let me tell you guys the gym story. So I'll bring this up because it's part of my like gym fail situation that happened.
I think you know what you're talking about, but go ahead.
Yeah, it's like an accountable story. So there was a situation where I was in the sauna at this gym that I like to go to, and I just was having a messed up morning. It was freaking 5 o'clock in the morning. I had already went to the gym, to my other gym at 4 o'clock in the morning. And I like to go to this particular gym because of the sauna. And so I went to the sauna and I was on some bullshit, right? And I walked in and I accidentally dropped this young lady's water bottle. And normally anybody who knows me knows I'm a very kind-hearted person that cares about people. For the most part, right? I am a Capricorn, so I still got another side to me. But shout out to the Capricorns. But in this particular morning, I was just like, fuck that water bottle. And I don't care. So I looked at the water bottle. I looked at her, said, my bad. And I went to go sit down at the sauna. Again, normally myself would have picked up the water bottle for the individual and said, sorry. I am being accountable and saying I fucked up.
But who did you call to get the clarity on that one?
I called you because I wanted to beat that girl's ass because what happened was...
What'd I tell you?
Yeah, I fucked up. That's what he told me. He said, "Why didn't you pick that?" That was even before I could even continue venting. The question of the hour was, "Why didn't you just pick up the water bottle?"
Why? Like, why, bro? Like, why didn't you just pick it up, bro?
And my answer to you was what?
I don't fucking know.
At first I said, "I don't know."
Yeah, you said, "I don't know." And then, I don't fucking know. That's exactly your words. I don't fucking know. I'm like,
and then
what?
After that was more of like, I guess I wanted her reaction. I wanted to see if she would.
You wanted to try something. You woke up on the.
I was.
You woke up on the. Ooh.
Yeah, I wanted to see, what was happening on the other side of that reaction of the other person, And for again, you guys don't know me, but I used to be a boxer, so there's sometimes I wake up with that little itch of like,
Jeez.
Do I still got it? And I know I still got it, but I had to I was on test mode that day,
Yeah,
I was on test mode that day.
But I'll say this right here. Even me as myself, like I'm one of these people, man. Like, just to piggyback off of that, I don't care how big, small, tall, short, wide, skinny. I don't care who you are in the world. If I do something to you, I'm gonna apologize for it.
I did apologize. I just didn't pick up the water bottle.
Right then and there, I'll do it.
I apologized then and there.
You waited.
No, I apologized as the bottle was literally falling on the ground, and then I just continued to walk.
That's not an apology.
That's a disrespectful apology, but it's still an apology.
To who?
To the air, to the God, to whoever was listening.
Can I put two men in that? Can I put me in that situation and another man doing that?
We already talked about this. It's a fight situation. And what happened was the young lady was upset and said, "Why didn't I pick up her water bottle?" And at that point, we was in each other's faces because I didn't feel like it. But then the situation, but I did have, anyways, let's not get into the super details because I still want to go back to that gym. But the fact is that I did apologize. I was just being accountable for how disrespectful that was. Because if it would have happened to me, it would have been a situation that I probably wouldn't have handled how she handled it, which was very adult of her. So, yeah, but I'm being accountable.
So look at it like this. Bygones are bygones.
Yeah.
Just accountability, yo.
Yes.
That's pretty much what this whole conversation is about. Accountability.
Yes.
So let's move on to something else I want to talk about.
Well, I want to shout out your team, even though I don't really care for them. Let's shout out to the 49ers. They did extremely well over Green Bay. I was hoping that the Cheeseheads would win. I'm going to lie.
Hold on. We didn't do that well. We didn't do what we should have did. But
we didn't
play like we should have played.
No, because they really was whooping y'all asses in the beginning.
Yeah, but
and it was kind of.
It's okay.
I was thriving at my house, I'm laughing.
You know what I believe about those types of games? Builds character.
It sure does.
And you just, we got another team coming up this week, and
I just need y'all to get to the Ravens so that we can watch that one, and then I can bask in the glory
definitely gonna
of
have
y'all
a Super
losing.
Bowl party for sure.
I was thinking about actually
regardless,
doing that.
We're gonna do that.
I was thinking about doing that.
Definitely got a Super Bowl party.
Should we have a It's Make a Time Super Bowl party?
Ooh, we could talk about that off the grid. But anyway, so let me ask you a question because I always get spoken to. We like the sneakers and what you got. You got on the big airs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I get asked often, and for being a woman, like, what's your favorite gym sneaker?
Ooh. So I know what's not my favorite gym sneaker is those damn Vans that people be wearing. I don't know why people wear Vans to the gym. They're not comfortable for me personally, but I guess on leg day it would be beneficial for people who want to be flat-footed and stuff. My favorite gym sneaker right now would have to be the Metcons. Yeah.
Yeah. Those are one of my favorite.
Yeah.
All around, like an all-purpose shoe.
Yeah.
Like I can kind of move around any way I want to. Like I can do legs in them. I can have upper body. I can walk. I can run. I can do whatever. If I'm gonna be on the turf, whatever I'm gonna do. Definitely one of my favorite pairs. I agree with that.
And I love the color scheme that they got going on.
No, hold on. Y'all, the women got the best color schemes.
Yes,
I be want to just buy some of y'all's and just be like, look, just give me that size 13 in women real quick.
Damn.
Well, I wear 11 and a half, 11.
They got them.
It's some Bigfoot
They got some big foot women out there. I'm so glad I am a tall, average size foot woman because I could not handle wearing a size 13 at my height.
Be on them skates, boy.
Nah.
Be out there in them skates.
No.
Ski, ski.
No. Like, no.
Hey, boat peddlers.
No.
Well, listen.
God has blessed me. God has blessed me. Thank you, Lord.
I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, so, we got some stuff we're going to be doing pretty soon.
You didn't tell us about your gym fail, first of all. Why are you skipping the gym fail?
You didn't even talk to me about a gym fail. You know that, right?
I just told you the gym fail about me almost beating this girl's ass at the gym.
Oh, that's considered a gym fail? I was thinking
and accountability.
See, I don't really have those. I've never really ran into those type of situations in the gym. And the reason why I probably ran into those type of situations in the gym is because...
Because you're big and...
No, that's not why.
I was going to say something else, but I don't want to racially profile you like I was racially profiled earlier by our producer. But...
So, no, the reason why I've never really ran into... And don't get me wrong, there's guys who have tried it. But I have this weird thing about me getting into altercations in the gym.
It's never happened or it happens a lot?
Oh, it's rarely happened, but it's happened enough to where I could have, it could have been a situation. But the thing about it is that the reason why I have this weird thing about altercations in the gym is because, for one, like, that's like my home. You feel me? And I get money that way.
Yeah.
And so I have to be careful, and I'm well known. So if I do anything that...
Mr. Popular.
This is crazy. If I do anything of that nature, it's going to be bad for me because now my name is going to be, you know what I mean? I've already, like, that and it happens. It's mistakes. If it ever was to be that, it's a mistake because I would probably never want to go down that road because, for one, I know how I could be. That's for one. And then for two, people going to be like, yo, like, dude, you know what I mean? Like, nah. And then on three, I'm too grown for that now.
I know. And that's what I was thinking of, how grown I am. And like my back hurts all the time now. So I was thinking like the recovery phase of just having to fight somebody, it was just too long. I don't want to recover. Like,
Hey, listen.
Not saying I would lose, because I would definitely whoop somebody's ass.
Hey, man,
but when I'm saying...
we're not badasses here. We're not. We like to have fun and just chill and be, good vibes. You know what I'm saying? So back to what I was saying, just to, but we don't have to do those things. You know what I mean?
We don't.
And that's not, for me, like, a gym fail is like, that's not what I would consider a gym fail. But I've had my situations. Don't get me wrong. But the way I've handled them, I think I've handled them the right way. Because I definitely know, like, like I said, I'm well known, and if it came to a situation like that, it would more so at the end of the day, it would hurt me more than it would help me.
Yeah.
And
is it worth it?
It would be my fault, really,
Yeah.
because I let it get there because I know I don't have to go there. Like, you know how many times I done told somebody, nah, bro, you good, go ahead.
Yeah, I need to learn that.
Because at the end of the day, trust me, it ain't that I'm scared.
I actually am a very passive person. I allow a lot of stuff to happen at the gym that I personally don't agree with.
That's your element now, so you got to take care of that element. And like I said, like, I've been there before, man. Like, so I understand where you're coming from, but just like, for me and my experiences, man, like, nah. And another thing I do fear though, like, the way I get busy, bro, it's too much machinery around, and once I get busy, dog, somebody hit their head on something.
Yeah.
Dog, bro, nah.
You know why you think that way now?
I got too much to lose, bro.
That and you have kids.
I got too much to lose, period. Yes, of course, them.
It makes you have like a tender heart for somebody getting hurt.
No,
I think.
Hold on. Listen, play with me wrong if you want to, but as far as like me doing something of that, I'm not trying to end your series, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to end your series, dog.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, the old version of us that didn't have like a little
thought process.
That thought process, or a little person looking at us at home, like, or our kids are growing up, teenagers, right? So at any point, I think about school fights and like how that used to happen to us all the time. But I don't think of it as like in that mindset anymore. I think of it as like, if somebody like gets into a fight with my kid and he falls and hits his head, like, that might end his series.
It happens that easy, and like, and so in the gym, bro, that's ruthless. I've seen some clips on like Instagram or like YouTube or like TikTok, and I'm like, well, TikTok don't really show fights. They kind of end it before it gets to that point.
Oh,
but on
good.
Instagram though, World Star, you will see those fights like for sure. Like I've seen this video of these cats fighting in the gym and all these people standing around. Now, granted, it's not these guys' business, but if you're not seeing how these people could get hurt, like
Why are you recording this?
that's what I'm saying.
Why are you wasting your time recording this incident where you could be saving somebody's life or you know what I mean?
The
Like
situation.
Well,
they
that
don't
kind
even got to go there.
Yeah.
I've literally seen a dude stand over another person over a 20-pound dumbbell.
And that's ridiculous.
He didn't want to work out and do nothing else. He wanted to wait for that. Motherfucker, you can give me that 20-pound dumbbell, motherfucker.
A lot of times people
Like,
a lot of times
20 pounds, bro.
Yeah.
Go to the 25s, my nigga.
Yeah.
Hey, just go to the 25.
You gotta
Get
be
the
yourself.
25.
You gotta be yourself, Martel.
Sometimes, right?
Yeah.
You know.
Like yeah. Okay. Do you remember our gym fail with me?
The dumbbell situation?
Yes. I thought you forgot.
No, I don't forget nothing.
That's a moment.
It was a moment.
I almost died, y'all.
She wanted to try something I'm gonna try their life.
It's called gym ego. So
Now, that's a gym fail.
That's a definitely gym fail. So
Yeah.
I wanted to do some bench pressing with dumbbells, and there were 250s, right? Because I had done 240s at the time, so I was like, "Oh, I was feeling good. I was feeling pumped." And no, that shit almost choked me out.
Hey, it did one of these.
Exactly. It was a good one. It was a good gym fail.
So I have had a gym fail. So we talking about that. So I can give you probably. I'm gonna give you my top three. Top three.
See, I only have one.
No, you have plenty. You do.
Were they recorded? Did you record them?
No, I didn't record them
How you know?
because I was your trainer.
I did not fail that much.
I've literally seen.
I was actually one of your best clients. Let's start there.
Hold on, can I finish real
Yeah,
quick?
sorry.
But I'm gonna say this real quick. You have plenty. I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna remind you after I tell you this right here. So, because you asked me a question, I'm gonna answer it. So, and this sucks because I don't know how I'm gonna say this without bringing up other situations, but I do know. So pretty much I was doing Iron Wars. I don't know if you guys have all heard of Iron Wars. CT Fletcher, South Long Beach at the Iron Addicts Gym.
LBC.
I was out there in Big Red, you feel me? You know, as I always do, you know. So I was out there, I think it was Iron Wars, I want to say 2 or, I don't know, it couldn't have been 3. And we had a situation, it was 2020, I'll just say that. And I was going to go do my max. So I had 3 lifts. Now, I had already did my lifts, but I didn't know how many I had. I didn't know that I only had 3. And so I go and I do the third one. And the guy before me that actually won the contest, just off some weirdo stuff, because it made me mad because of how it went down. I really didn't like how this went down. But anyway, I'll start with this one because it's a more noticeable one for my resume. I'll actually post it. I don't care. But I was so irritated. And I think that's what really messed me up because of how it went down. So pretty much the guy that went before me, he had missed 500. We had just both did 485. And so I was like, all right, well, since he missed 500, I'm just going to do 490. I thought that was his last lift. So I do the 490, boom, block it, rack it back up, right? They let him go for the 500 again. Now, in my mind and if my like understanding of what powerlifting or whatever it is, you have to either go up in weight, and that's pretty much it. You have to go up in weight. From what I even call like a few of my powerlifter friends, like when you guys miss a weight, do you guys are you still able to do the same weight for that exact lift? They said no. They said no. We have to go up. I said that's what I thought. So I was pissed off about that because I went up to do the weight and I missed the weight. I went to 505 and I missed it. The thing is, I was playing with that weight.
Yeah.
But I was probably so irritated. I mentally I let it do something to me.
It drained you, yeah.
It pissed me off. So after that particular year that happened, bro even came up to me at the Fit Expo because I had my own booth. That's when It's Making started. I seen him. He was with his crew and all whatnot, and I had my crew. And he was like, hey, bro, he said, I'm not even going to lie to you, bro. He said, you did your shit yesterday. He said, you should have won that. But he was bobbing his head the day before because like, oh, yeah, you won. You feel me? So I'm like, man, that's like, I didn't like how that went. I just didn't like how that went. Like, and so that was a fail to me. But what I did was, and I told people this, I swear I told people this. I said, the next fucking time that we do this fucking competition like this, I promise you I'm putting my foot on motherfuckers' necks.
Yeah.
I promise you. And what I do, B was working with me like after that, I'm doing pause reps. I'm sitting 500 on my chest, repping it 5 times out, 6 times out because I want to make sure this will never, ever, ever, ever happen again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that particular time was a one. And then I'll give you one at the actual gym. You know, Get It Right Fitness. If you're in Moreno Valley, come check us out at Get It Right Fitness. You know what I'm saying? We got some great trainers, some elite trainers, and we got a great environment. But I was doing squats this day. And so I decided to put a 580 on there. And you know, this is not a regular 580. This is just the weight. I'm using the actual, it's called a safety squat bar. So it's like 65 pounds or 70 pounds. It's not like, and the difference between this bar is that you're holding it here, you're not holding it here. I go, and I'm having one of my partners spot me. And I go down on the first one. I come up. I'm like, oh, that was easy. I go down all the way. You know I squat. So
yeah, I know. As big as you are, low.
I went down. I got about halfway. Ooh. I just threw the bar back. I threw it. And the guy behind me, the bar flew on my guy. Sorry, Garrett.
Why would you do that to him?
It wasn't on purpose. That's an instinct.
That's so selfish.
No, because, okay, when you squat, you have to, you underhook.
No, I know.
He wasn't under me. And my only reaction, because I thought he wasn't there,
was to throw it back.
Because I'm not about to mess my back up.
That's what she said. Sorry, I had to.
I'm not about to do that, so I'm not even gonna go there.
The fact that it got so quiet in here, it was like...
So, I was just like, damn, like, I turned around, I'm like, oh shit, bro, like, my bad. So, that's one right there. Then another one. So.
Quite a few, sir.
I told you 3.
Oh, yeah.
I told you 3. And so the third one was, actually, I was training mitts. I'm going to give you this one.
Okay.
My guy, Coop. Shout out to Coop. He training me mitts. Bro, I don't know what was going on with me this day. I was missing. Like, I don't know what was it. But literally, I don't necessarily throw up. And he almost got me to that point.
With missing?
Mitts.
No, I know. You were missing the punches?
But it was just like I was just having an off day. Like, it was just a total fail day. And I didn't even have one of those Martell nights before. It was that, I don't know what was going on that day.
It happens. It hasn't happened to me, but it happens.
It happens.
I'm a professional hitter, so it's never happened to me.
Anyway, it happens.
As a boxer.
What happens is, and so I don't know what was going on. I was just missing the combos. Like he was throwing the combos out there, and I was just not lining up like I usually do. I don't know. I was just having an off day. I was just off.
Not me. But everybody has them.
It happened. I mean, it's like a receiver. Like you tell a receiver, "Hey, run a 9," and he runs a freaking 2, and it's like, bro, like, or we say a 1 because a 1 is a streak, and then a 9 is a post.
Right.
So now where does the ball end up?
Football
in the
talk.
middle of the field instead of straight up the field.
Football talk.
Just letting you know. It can happen.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was like my third one because I don't know what was going on that day. I was just having an off day.
Yeah. So I guess, if you consider those gym fails, I've had quite a few then.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's times where I would go to the gym and just not fulfill what
Can I give you one gym fail that you missed, that you say you didn't know?
Jeez, sir. Go ahead.
Give it to you.
Tell the people.
So remember when I used to have you squat all the way down to the ball?
Yes.
Remember you got stuck down there and you couldn't get up? Tell me, I can give you some. Want me to give you some more? want me to keep going? I got a few. Want me to keep going?
Let's go.
Remember that one time I had you?
There ain't no shame in my game. Go ahead.
And when I have you text me just randomly, hey, can you train my legs today?
Yes, I did.
And I'm like, all right, cool. Yeah, I got you. Don't trip. I got this time slot open. Man, you come through. We warming up. Per usual. Mm-hmm. And then I put you on them Bulgarians.
Oh,
and
them
your fucking knee just
them
said,
suckers right there.
You motherfucking get back up, dog. And went and laid off in the corner, bro.
Man, there's been only a few times where I've wanted to cry at the gym, and I would say that would be like out of the 5 times that I've ever wanted to cry at the gym, that's definitely on my top 5.
Top five.
Yeah, for sure. That was not cool. That Bulgarian, whoever invented that shit right there.
Hey, you know what's crazy? Look, listen, I was just thinking about this too the other day. I said, dude, I can squat, have no problem. I don't get winded or nothing, right?
Right.
And I'm talking about reps. Like, we can put 225 on there. I can go, sets of 20. I'm good. I can do weightless lunges and feel like I done sprinted a whole damn mile for some reason.
I did weightless lunges yesterday. I was actually pretty proud of myself.
But what I'm getting to is that, like, for some reason, lunges and Bulgarians, we know why Bulgarians do it, but, dog, lunges are like a hate and love thing. I love them, though.
Yeah.
I love lunges.
Well, that's because you got fucked up knees because you old.
No, my knees are actually better than yours. That's why you all kept bugging me about my knee sleeves. You know what I mean? So you needed some protection for yours, some armor.
The reason why I needed that is because I have 1045s on the leg press, sir, and that is a lot of pressure on your knees. You are just old.
My knees work perfectly fine. Perfectly fine. You know what I mean? I still got giddy up in my shit. I don't know about that one.
I gave birth. So yeah, the baby took probably some of my, what is it called? Cartilage in my knee.
The baby ain't gonna take your cartilage.
Baby does take cartilage.
Not out of your knee.
Well, that's probably where it came from.
No.
Because
it's not possible.
My knees hurt sometimes after I gave birth.
No, that's
I blame it on
that is not it.
my beautiful baby.
I'm gonna be rude. That
you don't know you're not a doctor?
No, I'm not.
Sorry.
But I know the human body. I know anatomy. That's for damn sure. I do know. I'm up here with that one. So hey, don't test me there. I'm just saying cartilage.
No, but those knee sleeves, for real.
Yeah.
Game changer.
Hey, condoms for your kneecaps.
Really, it really is.
Yeah.
You gotta stay protected, y'all.
Stay safe out there.
Strap up. But definitely a game changer. I can tell you from just the hack squat of like, it just, I don't know if it's like a mental thing that it really fucks with. Obviously, there's a science behind it, but it does help me feel more confident when I have them on. Even when I do like my lunges, like I was always working on my lunges, so I go a little deeper now. But the reason why I do have bad knees is because when I was boxing, I would run 10 miles a day on fucking gravel, concrete.
He was wearing Chucks.
Never.
He's out there in some blue Chucks.
Nah, man.
LBC.
That's LBC. Shout out to my LBC.
Hey, man.
But no, it was, so that's why my knees are messed up. And then, jump rope kind of, because I always had a fat ass, so that shit was jumping. Shit.
Hey, man.
It was going up and down, and shit hurt.
Out there. I think they get the point. Put that out there too many
I only mentioned it twice.
3 times. We can go back over the clips later on.
That's because I've been doing.
Brian's gonna be like ass. You feel me? Like, yeah. But I think they get the point.
No, I'm only mentioning it because with the workouts that we've just been discussing, it has been helping me. And women, it helps.
And you said God has blessed you. You said that.
I am blessed.
I get it, but you said that about that, so I'm just letting you know.
So why is it okay for men to talk about their pecs and their arms and their physique, but when a woman talks about how nice her ass is looking, it's a problem?
Hold on, time out. Did you ever hear me? Do you ever hear me do that?
Why is it a problem that I mentioned it 3 times, sir?
No, it's not. But like, I'm asking you a question. Mm-hmm. You trying to answer. You are trying to answer a question without answering. But listen, I don't even know what
this is us normally. Right. Don't get worried.
We vibing right now.
The show is not getting canceled. Like this is a normal day for us.
Do you ever hear me talk about anything on me?
Yes.
Be honest.
Yes, all the time.
What do I talk about?
Martell.
What do I say? I'm built like a Greek god.
Yes.
But no, and not, be like, just look at.
No, Martell. We're being real with the people. This is the whole reason for this. There's been times you're like, you see how good I look today. You see how You see how I'm walking around like a macho man?
No, I don't do that.
What did you say about my little guy here?
That looks like me. I got a picture that... look, y'all see that little gorilla right there with the gloves on? I'm going to send her a picture. We're going to post this actually on the page too, with side by side with that one. You'll be like, yeah, that's him for sure, watch.
I try to get stuff to represent me in the studio, and I found this little guy with the boxing gloves because obviously I'm a boxer. And he tried to take credit. He tried to take my little guy saying it looked like him. Can I get one thing?
Yeah.
Can I get one thing in the studio? It don't look like you, man.
It do. I'm telling you, when I show you the picture, you're going to be like, damn, you're
this
right.
This guy right here looks like you.
That's how I be chilling at home. You know what I mean? That's my partner right there. It's my dog. I love this one too.
Yeah.
That's how I look when I wake up in the morning. You know what I mean?
Rough.
Very so. Don't talk to me. But I'm just saying though, man. So, you know. So.
Yeah, but knee sleeves. If you don't have them, get them. They're amazing.
Elbow sleeves too. And wrist wraps. Now the thing about wrist wraps, I'll tell you a story about these. So years back, I went to the doctor and I was like, yeah, I don't know why my wrist is like, I don't know. But then he was like, well, what do you do? And I explained to him, oh yeah, I work out, yada, yada, yada. And I was like, I don't know, I've been wearing these wrist wraps, you know, I mean, I thought they would be better. He said you wear wrist wraps? Like what type? Like a brace? I said, no, like a wrap, like a strap when I bench press, you know? And he said, do you wear it all the time? And I was like, yeah. He said, it's probably making your wrist weaker.
I can see that.
Now, understand this. A sleeve and a wrap is two different things. Most people don't tend to understand.
Yes. But
pretty much he was saying that it's not helping the muscles in my wrist to develop. Or it's taking them backwards pretty much. So pretty much instead of inclining on them, I'm declining on the strength of my wrist. So the muscles were not working as much as they should. You know, rather if I'm holding a dumbbell or I'm holding a straight bar. And he just told me that. He said, you know, only use these when you need them. He said a lot of guys just overuse them. Yeah. Or a lot of people just overuse them, not realizing that you have muscles in your wrist too that needs to work while you're doing these exercises because it's not going to be able to stabilize.
That makes a lot of sense.
Definitely does.
I wear them because I do work in an office, so I have carpal tunnel a little bit, like baby version of carpal tunnel.
On your wrist?
Yeah.
Well, that's different, but that's a brace, right?
It's my wraps. I actually wear wraps, but
is it the one that say Ace on the side of it?
No, it says Upper. Shout out to Upper. That's woman owned.
Hey, I have a Upper's women owned.
Yeah,
I didn't know that because guess what I bought from them?
What? What's wrong? You can still.
No, yeah, I ain't tripping. No, it's nothing that I'm wearing. It's I bought the bar wrap for hip thrusts, and you know.
Yeah, I have it too.
Yeah, I got a red one. It's pretty cool.
That's good. I got a pink one.
Oh, how dandy. But yeah, you know, definitely you want to make sure you're taking care of yourself while you're you're out there in the gym and, you know, doing things that you shouldn't be doing if you don't know what you're doing. And another thing is, if you don't know what you're doing, please get some help.
Seek professional help.
Definitely. And I tell people all the time.
Your mental, all that.
All of it. Like, you know what I mean? You know what? Let's talk about this before I get off here. I actually had a therapist.
Yeah.
I stopped going recently.
Why?
Why did I stop? Because, I don't know, time.
This is a topic I actually wanted to like.
But I'm going to start going back. You
should. Well, let me tell you something, because I've had years and years of therapy, right? You know, we talked about the last episode about, you know, if you didn't watch the last episode, it's coming out, watch it, and you'll understand where I'm going with this. But I was in therapy for years. One thing about therapy that people don't understand is that it's like dating.
Yeah.
You got to find the right one.
And I think that was a reason for me. I don't want to get into the exact like reasonings of why I kind of stopped going. But there was some type of like, you know,
disconnect.
Like not really so much of a disconnect because I just felt like, in a sense, like I'm not being challenged by my therapist. Okay. That bothers me.
Safe.
Yeah, like she was playing it safe, and it was just like you're not even being this person.
You're not going.
You're not helping me.
No,
I'm more like just saying here. Let me vent.
No,
I could call you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, all day.
I talk to Jesus all the time.
All the time.
So I mean,
praise the Lord.
You know, you gotta. When we're here, but you gotta challenge me. Yeah. And I think a lot of times when I'm not challenged,
you get bored.
I'm like that.
Yeah.
I'm like that. And I just don't want to be around you. Like, you know, it's like, what are we doing?
No.
You know what I mean? And so that's why I stopped going, but I definitely am going to start going back. And
yeah, friend, I'm telling you right now, it's like dating. You got to find the right one. One thing I will say for my African-American males out there, you have to get, and I probably will get a lot of shit for this, but you should definitely go to a therapist that is,
say it, go ahead. I'm with you on this.
Okay, of color,
Mm-hmm.
right? And most, I would say a male, just so that you can relate more to the person you're talking to. And that is an actual statistic that men who go to therapy with men of color who go to therapy with another person who go to the therapist that is of color and male have better results.
Can I ask a question though?
Mm-hmm.
So not a female, African American.
If you can't find a male, then yes, a female of color person would be best.
The only reason I asked that question is because I think a lot. Just speaking from a male's perspective, when as males, it's like we can talk to our boys. You know what I'm saying? We could talk to. I think a lot of times, even for me as a young man, like I could talk to my pops about certain things I can talk to my mom about.
Yeah.
So when to break that barrier, I'm saying like, wouldn't it? I'm just kind of thinking like, wouldn't it be best to have a female therapist to kind of help you be able to express yourself? Because growing up, I don't like to get into all of this and lifestyles of minority.
Right.
A lot of times we're not allowed to express ourselves.
Right.
And so a lot of times, especially Black males, they grow up with single moms.
Right.
And the person that they should be able to speak to at that moment in time is their mom. Mm-hmm. And they can't express themselves to mom because mom don't want to hear it.
It's not that we don't want to hear it.
No.
Okay.
Too much going on in life. A lot of times to even be able to want to hear what, is saying. And so I would think, just, like I said, I would think in my mind it's best to have a female therapist versus a male because we can always go to the male.
It's not that you.
But you get what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying,
though, right?
But just from statistics, because I work with a lot of statistics, it's still something that will be a disconnect eventually because it's not as relatable as you talking to a male.
What do you think about an older one too?
Yeah, I would say an older one.
Like I can't talk to nobody my age.
I would say an older one, yeah.
Because I swear, dog, like
ideally, even for me, I would want a Latina woman, right, who's older than me, who can kind of help guide me, right? But then I would also want an African-American therapist woman who's older than me because my son is half African-American. Mm-hmm. And so I kind of need to understand both worlds,
Definitely.
And so, but I wanted to touch on what you said about growing up with a single mom and them not really being able to allow their children to express themselves. I mistakenly was like that when I was my son was younger. And the reason why I didn't allow him to express himself is because I was doing everything and I felt like I even had to take on that male role. Mm-hmm. Meaning like I had to be tougher on him. I had to tell him to suck it up. I had to be the one to, don't cry, get up. I wasn't as nurturing, and we're going to get super real right now. I wasn't as nurturing as I wish I would have been from the age of him being 3 to like maybe 6. Because I felt like I had to like overstep the parenting of mom and dad.
I understand that.
And and no disrespect to his father, but it's like I really felt like I had to do both jobs at that time. So I didn't allow him to express his emotions, even though I did make my son very emotionally intelligent. You've met my son. Yeah. He's very emotionally intelligent. But I kind of fucked up in that sense of thinking that I had to be that way because of that.
I mean, we had conversations outside of this when I first
met him. For sure.
No, yeah, definitely. So I just always kind of felt like, because I've seen it firsthand. Not so much for myself, but in a lot
friends that have
in a lot of situations that kind of grew up like that. Where I'll be honest, there was a lot of times, even in my house, I wasn't allowed to express myself like that. I wasn't. Like some of the stuff that I allow my kids to tell me, like say to me while we talking and having issues. If I even dared, bro, my God. Like
I struggle with that still.
But I don't. You want to know why?
I do.
Because you want to know what? I'm going to tell you why. I'd rather you. My biggest fear is my kids not talking to me.
Exactly.
My biggest fear is my kids not talking to me about something. I swear, because the one thing you're gonna do, oh, shut up. You know, nah, bro.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times, our generation of parents, because they did so much, they do so much, and they were there so much, or whatever they were doing, they forgot that kids go through shit too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that is the crazy, and I didn't understand that as a kid. I didn't understand like how did they. It was like they didn't know.
Yeah.
But I don't let them use that for no fucking excuse, because if I know, you know too.
Yeah.
It just you weren't patient enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I honestly, I just always try to give my parents grace now because they did what they could.
Yeah, and same thing.
Yeah.
I tell my parents, like, I could never ever be like, oh, my parents. Nah, like, you know what I mean? I know my parents was my parents was different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I tell people all the time, boy, you wouldn't have made it in my house.
My mom was definitely, the one that was. I had both parents in the house. My dad was a truck driver, so he was in and out.
Yeah.
So it's like my mom was a single parent. But one thing about her is like she was really sexist. A little.
What?
Yeah. So in a sense of like she allowed my brothers to get away with so much more than I ever could have. And even with my little sister, like she kind of was like tired at that point, She's like, she allowed her to get away with a whole bunch of shit. But me, like my brothers played sports. They did karate. They freaking were able to do stuff. Whenever I would bring it up to my mom and be like, oh, mom,
I want
to do this. You know what she told me? You can't do it because you might get raped. Yeah, that's like the whole Mexican like mindset of like women can't.
But I've never heard that. Like, and look, I
It's
I
out
know
there.
some Latin women.
No.
And I ain't never heard none of that.
Brian's Mexican. He can vouch for that.
Brian, you weren't allowed to play soccer, bro?
In my household, but I've heard that before.
Yeah.
That's a very old school way of
Yeah, my mom had this huge fear of somebody stealing me because of how beautiful I was, I mean, I don't blame her.
I think most parents kind of, anyway.
No, but seriously, like all jokes aside, like my mom had the hugest fear of coming from Mexico and having somebody steal or take advantage of her daughters.
So your mother was from Mexico?
Yeah.
Okay, got you. So that would make sense.
So I'm first generation
she's
here.
not okay. So she's not first generation. Okay, so maybe that's why, because most of the,
Yeah, she had this huge fear. So I wasn't allowed to do anything that didn't include her or my little sister being there. And so, like, if I wanted to be a ballerina, no, because somebody might steal you. If I wanted to do karate, no, because one of the trainers might touch you. So it was always an excuse until I got to high school. I was actually able to, like, sign myself up for softball and sign myself up to do stuff. Because not that she didn't have control, but she couldn't really dictate if I played sports or not because I signed myself up,
Got you.
And then that's the reason why I started boxing so late. If I was boxing by the time I was 8 years old, you think I'd be a world champion.
I don't doubt it.
But everything happens for a reason, so
yeah, like people. No, I don't want to get into that. But anyway, check this out. So next week,
yes.
Look, listen. I got a special guest for us.
Ooh, I'm excited.
I got a special guest for us. It's gonna be a little bit different. And he don't even know I'm gonna say it, but it's my brother, so he gonna pull it for me anyway.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I just talked to him the other night on the phone. And we had a great conversation about this. So I just want to say it's Moreno Valley's own. We call him FaZe, but you might know him as the FaZe. You might know him as Plant-Based FaZe or whatever it is, but that's my brother. So we're going to have him on the show next week. We're going to talk about some how everything went from this to that and the other. And when we get to that that day, you guys will know exactly what we're talking about. So we're going to run it up. Look like it's time. And we're going to be on our way. And
Mega time is out.
Let's get it.